Hey my friends, I just started doing this mountain painting. What I thought I would do is just do a landscape painting that's similar to an HD, one of those HD photographs or HD artworks that you see online, you know, for like your desktop wallpaper on your computer or like a screensaver they use. So I'm just kind of basing it on that as the reference. I'm just painting on paper. I'm not painting on canvas. But one of my favorite brushes, I don't know if I've ever mentioned, is the angle brush. These angle brushes are cool because I like the fact that it has the pointy tip, the sharp tip at the top to put the lighter colors, and then the bottom color, I do the darker tones. I use this medium that looks like a gloss medium. I'll share a secret about my medium, what I use in the future, but it basically gives a translucency to the paint. So what I'll do is I'll go in with a darker tone, whether it's black or brown, like burnt umber is a warmer brown color, and I just go in with the black on the bottom part of my brush, and then I'll go in with a lighter value on the tip part of the brush. It's kind of like a one-stroke painting kind of thing, and what I do is I just start adding detail, just taking the brush and just kind of going along here and just barely touch it, and then drag it down with the I did put some green in there, and I drag it down with the darker tones. So I'm going into my white, putting that on. First I usually load the darker tones. I'm going to put a little brown into this. This looks like sienna right here. Put a little sienna, so it's kind of a little more dark brown rather than just plain black. I don't like to always just use plain black. I just like to, and then I'll put a little tip of the white on the very tip. So you got your highlight color. It's all loaded into one brush. You got your highlight color and your darker tones all in one stroke. Then you just come along and you can use your fingers to blend it in. And that's what I do. I just kind of put a little white and then I kind of bring it down. And you notice I try to not have too much detail on the edge of the canvas. Usually I reserve more of the detail or the sharper tones in the middle, but since this is all going to be kind of like far off mountains, I'm going to be coming back here with a brush and I'm going to soften everything, and I'll probably add a little mist, the look of mist, like some atmosphere. So I take the brush and then I just pull it down, and I kind of change directions. I don't go the same one. I kind of go different directions so I get different effects. In fact, I'll even change brushes. I might even go in here with a spatula and just actually do some spatula work on top of the brush work. So you get all these different textures, and that way you don't have such a boring look. And adding that little bit of green, see I had this green over here, adding a little of that green in there once in a while gives the feeling that there might be vegetation or there might be rocks with moss, that kind of thing. So I hope this idea kind of helps you. I just blend it out sometimes with my fingers. If I feel it's too sharp, I'll just take my fingers and I'll wipe around and kind of move the paint to kind of soften areas so it's not all static. You don't want a static looking background. And I think the rocks are kind of about here, so I'll just kind of take what's left on the brush and kind of imply there's some rocks here. Just kind of clean my brush off right on there, because that's about where the tree is going to be. Here's a tree I kind of drew. It's going to be here. So anyway, I hope that helps you, and you have a wonderful day. This is kind of just a short little tip of what I do. I could do this on canvas too. I just chose this larger paper to do a practice. I actually used to practice on paper before I started using canvas. Paper is a wonderful way to practice without spending a lot of money, because canvas is more expensive. So practice on paper first. Once you think you've got your artistic skills down, then start buying canvas. But if you do it on large pieces of paper first, you kind of get a good idea of what whether you know how to develop your skill as an artist. I've learned that sometimes is just as fun. So take care, have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Bye bye now.